Assalamu alaikum everybody, welcome to the Sallam sisters. Now, I know I've been gone for a very long time, but a lot of things happened and I don't want to get into it because it's like, it's not worth it, but I'm going to be coming back to the channel with something new. I'm going to be starting this new series called JINN series. It's going to be continuing until Halloween, so just expect a lot of scary stuff and spooky stuff. I thought it'd be really cool if I react to some scary jinn stories. These are all like jinn stories that you could find online, so I'm just gonna read them out loud to you guys, and you guys are gonna see some live reactions. So let's get started. But before we go on to the jinn stories, I think it is time for me to kind of tell you guys some of the things that I already do know about jinns. I do know that they do exist, and my family has had a bad history with them. Alhamdulillah, my mom and my dad, they believe in jinns, but we believe that, you know, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you, and we have a lot of Quran in our house, so Allah is watching over us. But from my mom's side, they've, like, my grandma, my maternal grandparents, and you know, so, and like along the ancestry line, they've always had problems with the jinns, so I'm not really new to it. And personally, I love the thrill. I mean, it's cool learning more about Allah's creatures, and I feel like by learning about it you get scared, and then it just kind of prompts you to wake up for Fajr prayer. I don't know. Let's begin. Alright, the first story. Oh, this is so bright. Okay. The fight. One time, my mother-in-law was sitting in her bed. Okay, let's just take a moment. My mother-in-law was sitting in her bed. Okay. So, we can assume that it's at night. I don't know why I paused. I don't know. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Okay. She looked over and saw a woman sitting in the chair next to her with a long pointy finger and face with very sharp. Oh my god. Guys, I am legit crying. That is so scary. Like, oh my god, I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know. I feel like even though there's no image, this is like literally, this is an article. I don't know if you guys can see. This is an article that I'm reading from my iPad, and I'm literally, I'm getting shivers. I'm getting goosebumps. These things are really scary, guys. I don't know. So basically, I've only gotten like 2 sentences and I'm already like tearing up and getting shivers because I don't usually get scared about different stuff, but like if I'm with my friends or if I'm with another person, I don't get scared because it's like, boy, you know, who cares? But if I'm all alone and it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm in my room by myself, who wouldn't get freaked out? Okay, back to this. Okay, so she was frustrated and annoyed with the jinns. They see a lot in their house and are no longer afraid, just really annoyed by them. And she reached out and grabbed the jinn by its wrist. She yelled, "Get out, I'm tired of you, get out." It started to try to pull away its wrist and eventually tried to bite her hand because she wouldn't let go. She pulled her hand and then the jinn vanished. I don't know if you guys even heard the rest of the story. I'll put the link down below if you want to check out these articles. But that is really scary. And actually, on that note, how the girl tried to tried to grab the jinn and tried to tell her like to go away. It's very common because you see them and then they just vanish, and that's what happened to this woman. Back when we went to Afghanistan, if you guys don't know where that is, it's like my home country. Back when we went over there, there was a house, my grandparents' house, and it was deemed to be haunted. So it was just like a jinn house. They were used to seeing jinns, and I personally didn't have any problem with them, but there's this girl who came from America to get married to my second cousin, and that girl wasn't that good of a Muslim, so she wouldn't pray, she didn't wear the scarf, you know, she would listen to music and yada yada yada. She was a Muslim, but it was just for a name. She wasn't actually that good. And she slept in that house, and she could not, she slept in that house, but she could not sleep for like more than 3 days. And she just kept on crying, and no one knew what was wrong with her. It wasn't until they put the Quran over her head that she calmed down, and they all say that it was the jinns that were bothering her, and she just wanted to get out of the house. So yeah, I've experienced it I haven't experienced it firsthand, but I have heard a lot of stories about it happening between my family members. I don't want to experience it firsthand because who wants that? But so yeah, I have heard that you know, jinns are not something that you're supposed to see. Like, they're not something that you're supposed to like see on a daily basis. And if you were to see them, it would be by accident, and then they would vanish like suddenly, like you can't. So yeah, that's creepy. Oh my god. Okay, moving on to this next story. I'm getting shivers, guys. These things sound real, and I'm pretty sure they are. I've never kind of met anyone that would be in that kind of situation, but that is scary, guys. You know what I realized? I feel like the more you read stories and talk about things like this, the more they're likely to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and read one more story, and then we're just gonna call this a night because I'm getting freaked out, guys. Do it for the YouTube. No, I'm joking. That's like really old. Ouch, my legs hurt. Okay, moving on. Ooh, this one has some audio.
So this happened when my grandfather was Egypt's ambassador to Spain and living in the ambassador's residence. The rest of the family would go and visit from time to time, and I was about 2 years old at that time. My mom mentioned that she would see me standing by the staircase, constantly talking to someone. And when she would put me to bed, I would stare out the door as if there was someone there and say, tick-tack, tick-tack. Later on, my grandmother mentioned to my mom that she thinks I might be seeing spirits in the house. And when they were talking about it, my grandfather, who was largely unbothered by anything, so he had never mentioned it before, said that the TVs in his room turn on and off sporadically. And sometimes you can see shadows running across the balcony through the slits of the blinds. My grandmother added that once while she was watching TV, she glanced into the hallway and saw a little girl in a white dress, her hair styled up like Marie Antoinette.
Oh my god, that is scary. That was like the audio version of it, but quick little note on that. Personal experience. In my grandparents' house in Afghanistan, the Aros, which is the bride, the new bride at the time, she was inside the bathroom and she was making her, like, she was putting on makeup, and when she looked into the mirror, there were 2 twin girls, and they were shouting at her to make them pretty. So that is scary. Oh my god. A frog outside my window, or there's some kind of creature. Alright, you guys can't hear it, but let's continue listening to this.
As everyone then discussed their run-ins with the spirit, my aunt's ex-husband laughed and said it was all nonsense. So in the spirit of good fun, they dared him to go down to the kitchen through the staircase at the back. It connected the 2 floors and the attic, and it was dark and pretty much gave them all the creeps. So he marched down the stairs, and it didn't take long for him to run back up to them. He sported a torn shirt, and he looked like he had seen a ghost, literally. He said something had grabbed him, so he ran straight back upstairs. I asked my mom why they didn't move out afterwards, and she said that they were all together, so they weren't afraid, and that they felt that these spirits who inhabited the house were friendly and not harmful. She said that it's known that little children and animals could see spirits, so when they saw me apparently talking to something, they assumed that they...
I'm gonna end it there, but wow, that's scary. I actually have a pet cat, and she's such the cutest thing ever, alhamdulillah. But whenever I do pet her, especially like if I'm outside, like she usually likes coming on top of me. Like she usually sleeps on my lap. She only does that when it's like dark outside and there's nothing there. But the thing about her is like she sleeps really good. Like she loves sleeping on my lap. But like she suddenly like just jolts up and she just looks at something. And mind you that we're in the backyard and we're outside and no one's around. It's like, I don't know, because you know cats, they're nocturnal, so during the night they have a lot of energy. And I try and like go outside with her and just kind of sit with her outside by ourselves. And you know, at random times she would just like stand up and she would just look at something. And I never knew why she would do that until I kind of like researched and I realized that, you know, cats might see spirits and things like that. Cats, they're really, the reason why they can't sleep at night is that there's just so many things going on at night. Like it's really scary. Like my cat, she's so scared of everything, and the only time she can sleep is when she is with me, because she knows that being with her owner keeps her protected. But little does she know that I can do absolutely nothing if something were to happen. And this video is getting really long. So there's more than 16 articles. I'm not gonna read anymore because this video is already too long. And I kind of don't want to read anymore because it's not fun. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please subscribe and like and comment down below. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for being so awkward, but I hope you guys kind of felt scared. I know I did feel scared, definitely. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Alright? Bye guys. Assalamu alaikum.